When you truly surrender to God, everything shifts. Fast, strange, and unstoppable. True surrender tears down every throne you've built above Him and makes God the epicenter of your life. Here are 7 signs you've actually surrendered to God. Number 1. You offer everything. You don't hold back a corner of your life. You lay it on the altar. Plans, calendar, comforts, reputation. You hand God the keys and say, use it. Romans 12:1. Present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God. When surrender is real, worship becomes practical. It isn't once and done. It's daily, continuous. You sleep with fewer knots. Decisions stop feeling like tug of war. You wake lighter. You stop bargaining. You start presenting. Number 2. You let go of the steering wheel. You used to captain your life. You steered every day. Surrender hands the wheel to God. He becomes the captain. Whatever He asks, your default answer is yes. Genesis 22:2. Take your son, your only son Isaac, and offer him there as a burnt offering. Abraham obeyed God, and it proved his heart belonged to God in all circumstances. When you let go of the steering wheel, anxiety loosens its grip. The road clears. The life of peace becomes your norm. You move from panic to posture, from frantic to steady. Number 3. Obedience comes before feeling. You obey even when you don't feel like it. Faith becomes a habit, not a mood. You do the small things over and over. They add up. James 1:22. Be doers of the word and not hearers only. Obedience trains your soul more than sermons. It makes conviction practical, not theoretical. When obedience comes before feeling, guilt fades. Your conscience stops nagging. Growth becomes steady and quiet. You stop waiting for fire. You act in faith. Number 4. Prayer is your first move. You pray before you panic, before you post, before you plan. Prayer is the engine, not the spare tire. You consult heaven before you consult Google. Philippians 4:6. By prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. Jesus modeled prayer before public moments. He made connections primarily. When prayer is your first move, decisions carry gospel calm. The outer storm doesn't have to become the inner storm. You respond with a quiet confidence because you've already spoken to the shepherd. Number 5. You choose the cross over comfort. Surrender costs comfort. You pick truth over applause. You choose the narrow road, not the easy chair. You prefer obedience to image. Luke 9:23. Deny yourself and take up your cross and follow me. The cross is not punishment. It is the pattern. It is the way of fruitfulness. When you choose the cross over comfort, joy deepens. The crowd may thin, but purpose grows. You're exhausted from serving, not from chasing a show. Number 6. Identity is rooted in Him, not image. You're not trying to sell yourself to the world. Your mirror doesn't run your value system. Christ does. You live from who you are in Him, not from what you perform. Galatians 2:20. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. Your worth becomes intrinsic, not conditional. When your identity is rooted in Him, not image, shame lowers its volume. Confidence becomes quiet and honest. You stand without applause. You serve without promotion. Number 7. Having peace. In difficult moments, problems don't disappear. Peace guard your heart. It's the steady warmth in winter, small, real, surprising. Peace is the evidence that your hands are empty and your heart is full. Philippians 4:7. The peace of God will guard your hearts and minds. Paul had peace in prison. That peace was a witness. When you are experiencing this kind of peace, you walk through storms with hands unclenched. Hope returns to ordinary days. You notice laughter comes back. You notice patience replacing panic. Surrender is not a single dramatic moment. It's hundreds of tiny yeses stacking up. It's offering the house, handing the wheel, choosing the cross, and living from new identity. These are not rules. They are signs that God is shaping you. Which of these 7 signs do you see in your life right now? Which one do you need to ask God for today? Drop a "I surrender" in the comments if you're choosing to let go today. Share this with someone who needs gentle permission to hand God the keys. If this helped, like, subscribe, and pass it on. Someone's breakthrough might start with one short, brave yes. Walk light, walk free, walk surrendered.